If you're running a small business, you already know that hiring can feel like a massive uphill battle. Well, today, we're going to give you the playbook to not just compete with the big guys, but to actually win in this digital age. Let's get right into it.
But hey, before we really dive in, if you find this stuff helpful, just take a quick second to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps us make more of these explainers for you. Okay, now let's get down to business.
If you're a small business owner, I bet this question hits close to home. It's that feeling, right? You know the perfect candidate is out there somewhere, but finding them feels just impossible. You are definitely not alone in this, and the good news is there is a much, much better way.
So, let's start by defining this hiring haystack. We need to really understand the struggle that small businesses are facing in today's market.
You know, here's the real heart of the problem. You're not just looking for someone with the right skills. You are actively competing against giant corporations that have entire recruiting departments and, frankly, massive budgets. It feels like a total David versus Goliath situation, and it can seem like an unfair fight from the very beginning.
And the gap between the old ways of hiring and how things work now is huge. That old playbook, the help wanted sign in the window, is officially dead. Today's top talent, they live online. They get job alerts pushed to their phones, they're scrolling LinkedIn, and, this is crucial, they are researching your company culture long before you ever even see their application.
And you have to remember, the best candidates, they have options, and they have zero patience for a bad experience. A clunky, slow, or confusing application process, that is a guaranteed way to lose them. They'll just drop out and move on to the next opportunity, and you'll have lost a perfect hire before you even knew you had a shot.
But here is where things get good. Technology. It offers an incredibly powerful way to level that playing field. So this is where we shift from the problem to the solution. It's time to embrace the digital advantage.
And wow, the transformation is dramatic. I mean, look at this. On one side, you've got the old world, drowning in paperwork, limited to just your local area, stuck in these endless manual processes. And on the other side, you have the digital approach, AI scanning resumes, access to a global talent pool, and automated interview scheduling. This isn't just about being faster, it's about being smarter, so you can focus your energy on what really counts, the people.
And this brings us to a really key concept, data-driven decision-making. Now, I know that sounds complicated, but it's actually super simple. It just means you stop relying only on a gut feeling and you start using actual information to guide your hiring choices. It's about making sure you're picking the best fit based on real qualifications.
And this quote, it just gets to the heart of a common fear, right? That tech is going to take over. But data-driven hiring isn't about letting robots make the decisions. It's about letting technology handle all the tedious parts, the scanning, the scheduling, so that you have more time for the real, meaningful conversations that actually determine if someone's a great fit.
Okay, so how do you actually put all this into practice? Let's take a look at your new toolkit, the specific tools of the trade that can make this whole transformation happen.
First up, this is a real game changer, the Applicant Tracking System, or ATS. Just imagine this. Instead of you manually reading through 100 different resumes, an AI-powered system scans all of them in seconds. It looks for keywords, required skills, and relevant experience, and it instantly flags the candidates who are the best match for you. The amount of time you save is just enormous.
This completely redefines your entire workflow. So, with just one click, your job post is everywhere it needs to be. Then, the AI does that first pass, that initial screening. The system then handles all that annoying back and forth of scheduling. All of that automation leaves you free to focus on the most important step, actually talking to the right people.
And it's not just about finding candidates either. It's about managing the whole process. Cloud-based software gets you out of that spreadsheet chaos and those confusing email threads where you can't find anything. Suddenly, everything is in one place, you can access it from anywhere, and the process is clean and organized for your whole team.
And this is where you get a massive strategic advantage. Remote hiring tools mean you're no longer limited to the talent in your immediate area. Your talent pool is now global. You can find the absolute best person for the job, whether they're 5 miles away or 5,000, all without the cost of relocation or opening a new office.
Okay, so you did it. You've hired someone amazing. But the job's not done. Now we need to talk about keeping them. So let's look at how tech plays a super important role in employee retention.
You know, it's a really common mistake to think that retention starts after an employee's been with you for a few months. But the truth is, it starts with their very first interaction.
A smooth, professional process from the application all the way to onboarding sets the tone for their entire experience and is directly linked to whether they're going to stay with you for the long haul.
So how do you create that great experience? Well, a lot of it is through automation. When onboarding is streamlined, new hires feel supported, not just lost. When follow-up emails are automated, nobody falls through the cracks. And when performance reviews and training are managed systematically, the whole process feels fair and consistent. This isn't just about being efficient, it's about building trust and showing your team that you're organized and that you value their time.
All right, this brings us to our final section. We've seen the problems, we've looked at the tools. Now let's talk about what this all means for the future of your business. This is your path forward.
Let's be crystal clear about this. Adopting these digital tools isn't about being trendy or, looking modern just for the sake of it. The stakes are much, much higher than that.
Here's the bottom line. In today's digital-first world, your ability to hire and keep top talent is your ability to survive and grow. The path forward is clear. The businesses that adapt are going to thrive, and those that don't, well, they risk being left behind. So we'll leave you with this one thought. The big corporations are already doing this. Your smartest small business competitors are making the switch right now. So the question isn't really whether you should digitize your hiring process, it's whether you can truly afford not to.